I think I just kind of don't like any Paradox Pokemon, if I'm being completely honest.
My big fun theory was like, oh, when we go to Area 0, you're gonna be able to go into that time machine that we literally walk into, but there'll be like a little room that is technically like you can press some buttons and it's like you went to the future.
Right.
And you walk outside. You can't leave Area 0, but you walk out and you're in Area 0 in the past, and it's like maybe looks like whatever cartoon version of the past is, and there's a bunch of dinosaur Pokemon, right? You have like Mamoswine and Yanmega and the fossils, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like there's the flip, like it's what you're saying. That's so cool.
Man, could you imagine?
We didn't get it.
Could you imagine they do next year? They do a Switch 2 edition of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and it has new content, and you go to like a new area like that.
I've imagined it. That'd be
sick.
That would be nice. I've let the dream die,
dude. A little DLC campaign. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That is part of the identity of Scarlet and Violet, is that they run terribly. So, and not only is it a part of the identity,
so true.
I think it's like a core pillar of that game's identity. I am dying to know what you think of this next Pokemon.
Yeah.
Dying.
What do we got? I wanted to like this, Jake. I wanted to like it, and I think I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I hate its tail. I hate its legs. I hate everything about it.
Who could love this?
What I do like is the spikes. Those red spikes of all the Paradox Pokemon are pretty cool.
Okay.
I hate this, man. I don't even like what it's based on. People say it's like, oh, it's cool. It's like a basilisk. Suicune is perfect.
Dusty, why do people do that?
This thing is an abomination.
Why do people do that so much? Why do they go, it's good because it's, and then they tell you the thing it's based on as if like, well, now that I know.
No, because they find it, I mean, I can see what they're saying is like, I like how this is thought out. This is what they're saying. That, some people like factoids.
Do you think people just secretly like to learn?
Yeah. I mean, come on, Jake. You should appreciate that.
I know. I don't think they know that they like to learn. I'm like, I think you just like that you learned something.
Yeah,
I don't know if you like the design.
You like this thing. That's a good point.
The ecstasy of discovery is an exciting thing. But
listen, in college, I used to watch a lot of what's his name, John Oliver.
Yeah.
I had no idea what he was saying, but every 20 seconds I was learning something.
Wow. I think that's what a ride you just took me on.
Did you never do that?
I'm gonna be thinking about this when I go to bed tonight. I didn't know a thing he was saying, but I was learning something new.
No, I'm exaggerating. Some of it made sense, but I feel like I definitely had I got a lot of friends like that who are just like, yeah, it's like it's content. You just want to like absorb it. Trivia.
Chat.
Anyways.
I need you to weigh in on this. That sentence. That was wild to me. I know. Now, Ruthie, you said I just have disagreeable tastes. Are you saying that you don't like Walking Wake, or you do like Walking Wake? Will B. Tizen in the chat said, Dusty, I'm concerned.
What are you concerned about?
I
thought people knew who like John Oliver was.
People know who John Oliver is. I think they're concerned that you understood none of what he was saying.
No, I did. I was just exaggerating. Comedy.
Yeah, all right.
It's self-deprecation.
All right, sure.
I mostly just don't remember, like, at this point, 10 years later, what the topics were. That's mostly what I don't remember.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Okay.
But I'd go over to people's, like in college, let's get into it. I'd go over to people's dorm room, and they would just have, like, random, like that tier, they would just have that shit playing, and I'm like, you're not even watching this. You're shiny hunting.
The show John Oliver would be playing?
It would be John Oliver, or it'd be like, I guess, I don't know. Those news comedy shows.
Whoa.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Do you think they had it on because they were trying to make you think that they were smart?
No, I just think those things are so informational. They're so information rich.
Yeah.
That it's like you shouldn't be watching this like as filler.
You should be paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Why'd
you're not really paying attention.
Why'd they have it on?
Because you're a little homesick. Your girlfriend broke up with you from high school, and like, you're having some depression for the first time. You're becoming slowly an alcoholic. It just happens. Oh, I mean, I have a comedy answer. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. People just, I don't know. Listen, I did the same thing, but I did it with like, I probably did it with John Oliver, but I probably also did it with like, I did it with Game of Thrones. It's like I didn't need to watch every episode 10 times. That's a little bit different. Anyways,
you think they had John Oliver on because they're trying to numb the pain of their lives?
Yeah, it's just noise.
My god,
it's probably the same reason why I listen to like so many. I just need something playing at all times.
A momentary whoa. Okay, so you're telling. Okay, wait.
Oh, people are saying stuff now.
So wait. So you're saying maybe nowadays there are some people who they're doing stuff in their lives, going on a walk, doing chores. They open up that YouTube app. They always have to have it playing. They always got to have something in their ears.
I like how you just said someone, but you knew I was talking about myself.
No!
And then I turn into Calyrex. My brain explodes. All right, so this is the thing. Yes, Walking Wake is based on a basilisk.
Okay.
But that doesn't inherently make it a good design. You can appreciate it because you like basilisks. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. I like dogs, and there's a lot of dog Pokemon that I don't like. Right?
Best dog Pokemon, go.
Rockruff's pretty good.
Okay.
Just a good pup.
Yep.
Growlithe, OG, a little, yeah. It's a little, yeah.
What's the cinnamon bun one?
Fido.
Yeah, I like Fido.
Ugh.
I like Fido.
I used to like it a lot. I used to like it a lot, but its Dex entry reads it describes its yeasty breath. It's a non-starter.
We've all been there,
and that's a bread joke.
That's
Get
good.
it, non-starter.
That's good. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. All right. Can I tell you something about Walking Wake that's always left a bad taste in my mouth?
Please.
The way it was introduced into the games was so bad, so creatively bankrupt that I will never. I will never respect this Pokemon. To me, it was like, it just showed up one day in the Terra raids and it was given to you. This was like. It's
almost worse than a GameStop exclusive, because at least with that, it's like a limited run thing, like to get it quickly.
It's literally Game Freak coming out, doing a presentation and going, you guys like Suicune, right? Well,
yeah.
We got a whole new Suicune for you.
yeah.
And
it makes no sense.
It's like, oh, I can go catch one out in the first open world Pokemon game? No. Actually,
it's not running around. I can't catch it on my Koraidon. No.
It's like, absolutely not. You will all get it the exact same way. I do want to say really quick, Ruthie said, I appreciate it. I like the colors. Love the way the dinosaur tails reflect the ribbons of Suicune. Love the way the legs sort of flare out at the end. It's retaining the ability to walk on water also is pretty nice.
Those are all cool things.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at this Pokemon like top down or something, like if you look at it, I don't know, it's like, what if you cut its mane a little bit? It's like I don't know, it's weird. The double tails freaks me out. Everything you're saying, on paper makes sense.
Yeah.
I like Ruthie. I just find it difficult myself to appreciate it. Oh, it's so ugly. I don't know. I want to like it, but actually, you know what's crazy? No, that's actually not crazy. There was no, because So I remember. I thought I had to choose between, like, just right now. What I thought was crazy was that I thought I had to choose between this and then the other Paradox Pokemon, the Future of Virizion. But that's not.
No, they're both bad. They're both bad. Yeah.
That's not a real thing. No, I like the Virizion, the new one.
Oh wow.
It improves on the design. I do like it a lot.
Okay, something I do like about this is I like how the tail is kind of doubling over itself and it's like a little tentacle that it's like using to touch the water. I didn't expect that. It's kind of, I think.
I see that. It's like, using it like almost like a hand.
Yes.
That shows intelligence.
So I think what we need to reconsider about this Pokemon is, in fact, that it is supposed to be a sick freak.
Yeah.
I think that this is
It was having like a Mewtwo moment. It was like, what is consciousness? That's kind of what it looks like in that image. Don't you kind of see it?
Yeah.
It's like the reverse of, rather than the scientists creating the dinosaurs, it's like a dinosaur realizing that it like was created. Can't you kind of see? It's like, what? What is I'm water. This is what?
What?
Another thing that I like about this on paper is that it's water dragon type, which just makes me think of Kingdra.
Okay.
But that's I can't be factoring that in. I want to see yeah.
This ferocious creature is shrouded in mystery. It is named after an aquatic monster mentioned in an old expedition journal.
Walking Wake.
I think I just kind of don't like any Paradox Pokemon, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh no, that's not it for me.
I don't
like a lot of
I
the
think I
Paradox.
just don't like the concept. It didn't do it for me.
The one that I like is the Raikou. Like the Raikou Paradox, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just don't like the Basilisk. You don't like these guys?
No.
Oh, look at Raikou. Raikou is looking good.
I don't like them.
Raging Bolt. Look at it, dude. And Entei's down there with a banana
I
tree.
feel like I don't understand them.
You're not. I mean, yeah. Listen to me. I sound like the chat.
I think.
No, but
okay.
you're not supposed to understand. Like they have design inspirations, but they don't make. They're like it's. No, what I'm actually responding to, Jake, is
They don't have names.
Yeah, that's what makes they have code names.
Like this will always just be weird Suicune.
Yeah.
You know? Sickly
I like that they don't
Entei.
have names. They're it's like Bigfoot.
Yeah. Okay,
Right?
that's a pretty good sell, I gotta say.
They're like what are those things called?
Yeah. I
The
know what you're saying.
anomalies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Loch Ness monster.
Sure. Okay, that's a pretty good sell.
Oh, I like
think I like
most
this.
of these.
I think I like this one the most.
Yeah, Donphans. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the dog. See, I look at this guy and I'm like, you're just the same. You're just
What's
the
the
exact. I'm
Yeah,
like, this,
you're right
this
about
shit.
that.
This what is this, Mr. Whatever?
I feel
Yeah.
I feel like they rolled some dice. They're doing what you're doing right now. They rolled some dice and they said, "What did we get? Okay, those are the ones that are getting paradox forms." And they were like, "I don't know what to do with Mischievous. Make its wisps feathers." And that's the only difference. There's no difference.
And to be completely honest, I feel that the Koraidon, I feel he doesn't really fit in with these guys.
Yeah, because he is he's like an actual design.
Yes.
He doesn't actually look like a paradox.
There's
or
not
a
the
variant
reference
of
point.
Cyclozar.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they went so far.
Yeah, because the
it's a
difference
box
between
legendary.
Cyclozar and him is so much, but the difference between Mischievous and this stupid thing is like this
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
I bet someone in the boardroom suggested that Paradox Salamence and Paradox Gardevoir were the box cover legendaries of the game. Like we could have had a
Ooh.
Pokemon Gardevoir version
Right.
and a Pokemon Salamence version.
Okay, you know what? Okay. All right.
They're cool,
All right.
man.
All right, let me take something back. Okay. All right. I'm okay with these guys. I think the problem, genuinely, this is so stupid, is just that the game refusing to like make any sense out of the paradox concept, I think to me is the actual issue, because I think I need to be in their world. You know how in Sun and Moon you go to the ultra space?
Yes.
I think that's helped sell me on the ultra creatures. And I think the fact that you don't ever like get a glimpse of where these guys are from, it makes me see them just as like the Pokemon company wanting to do a gimmick. You know?
Yeah.
It feels like
it doesn't
gimmick first.
Yeah. You don't have the reference point from in the world
Yeah.
to like associate it with. That makes sense.
Bro, like imagine
And-
if in the games you started off in either the world where these guys are from or the world where the Scarlet ones are from, and then you go into our world and it was like
Yeah,
Oh,
What I was hoping, like my big fun theory was like, oh, when we go to Area Zero, you're gonna be able to go into that time machine that we literally walk into, but there'll be like a little room that is technically like you can press some buttons and it's like you went to the future.
right.
And you walk outside. You can't leave Area Zero, but you walk out and you're in Area Zero in the past, and it's like maybe looks like whatever cartoon version of the past is, and there's a bunch of dinosaur Pokemon, right? You have like Mamoswine and Yanmega and the fossils, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like there's the flip, like it's what you're saying. That's
Right.
so cool.
Man, could you imagine?
But we didn't get it.
Could you imagine they do next year? They do a Switch 2 edition of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and it has new content, and you go to like a new area like that.
I've imagined it. That'd be
sick.
That would be nice. I've let the dream die,
Dude. A little DLC campaign. Oh shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the Paradox as an archetype is pretty cool. It took me a little while to wrap my head around exactly what you're saying, which is like I always wanted to make sense of them. Like, well, why is like the future ones are easy. You're like, oh, they're robot versions. But then the past ones, you want to be like, well, like this is a reptile. This isn't a.
I think, honest to God, my issue with them is that I feel like it's less that I personally don't understand them, and it's more that I'm surprised that people in the world aren't more curious about them. Like, I wish.
I think more people in the world don't know about them, but. No, but the scientists do. The scientists definitely are like trying to figure it out.
Man, it just feels so like when you're playing Scarlet and you see the Donphan guy rolling around. I feel like everyone should just be like, "Yo, that's fucking Donphan, but different."
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? There's like a disconnect there that it's like they don't want to admit it, but they also the whole gimmick is admitting it. So there's like you're in this weird like middle space where nobody says anything about them, and I don't know.
I feel that.
It's good art though for the TCG. Good for them.
Yeah, that is true. I see I gotta replay that game.
Yeah,
I got sparse memories.
Yeah. Well, listen, Switch 2. We're gonna do it, baby.
It's coming out. Yeah, I do have a file of Violet. I think I maybe have like 3 or 4 badges.
And I gotta say too, I think like part of the reason why I have a tough time with this is that I know one of the big like Pokemon lore things in Scarlet and Violet is where people are like, well, actually they're not from the future or the past. It's just somebody's imagination machine created them into existence. And I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. To me, it's like it's a cop out.
It's a cop out. What do they call that? Like what? I feel like that's a term that like people will throw out.
It's just convenience. It's literally just like, I don't know.
It's like something you can't I get what you're saying. Like it's it's removed from the rest of the game, the rest of the world that they've set up. So I actually forget if that's is that actually what the Paradox Pokemon are? Are they actually imagination? I thought they were just from another like time and dimension, so it doesn't need to make sense.
Maybe
which is the same thing as yours. It's kind of similar to what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean maybe somebody in the chat can clarify, but I think
my brain fried during that period. There were so many theories, and then it was like debunked, and then it didn't even make sense.
No, I know, and I feel like there's this. I think the general idea is like, oh, there are some records of these weird Pokemon. And they thought that they were making a time machine, but actually the machine was just making their vague idea of something real.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ruthie's saying that was the popular theory. So we probably told you on Hidden Power that is absolutely factual. And then you played the game and we just never circled back to it.
The DLC shut it down for a lot of people. That's crazy. I feel like
it may still be, because right at the end of the game, you do see, or in the DLC, you meet up with one of the professors, and it's like they're like I guess it could be imagination, or it's like, or maybe like Terapagos is giving you access to time. I guess it's like time travel.
Let me hit you with what Bulbapedia says.
Oh yeah, please.
The precise origin of the Paradox Pokemon is unclear. AI Sada and AI Toro claims that they originate from different points in the Pokemon world's timeline, specifically the ancient past or distant future, while a version of Sada and Toro brought to the Crystal Pool by Terapagos suggests that they are from different timelines. The latter notion is also alluded to in the original Japanese version of Sada and Toro's dialogue. They were brought to Area Zero in the present day by the Time Machine, built by the Professor, but the Scarlet and Violet book documents sightings of them prior to the Time Machine being built.
Oh,
okay. Terapagos
it's a paradox.
Appears
it's like it doesn't make sense.
Terapagos,
it's like the chicken and the egg.
Terapagos appears to have a connection to the Paradox Pokemon's appearance in the present day due to the terrestrial energy it produces. Okay, so I think, so based on that, I do feel like I want to, I really thought there was an extremely popular theory about like them just not being real at all.
I think that's what we all assumed. Like,
that's crazy. That was
popular. There was a web of theories relating Terapagos to like dreams for whatever reason. And none of it, and it was just like, oh no, it is like the little thing controlling
I feel like at the time everyone yelled at me and told me about how real that was, and now I'm like depressed. Now I
think we all got kind of depressed
because I'm like guys, they're called Paradox Pokemon. It's a time paradox, and I shut the book, and everybody was like, well, actually, Jake.
That was a good time.
Oh Jesus,
that was a good time. Remember when we like we told you, we like assaulted you, we were like told you that Gen 5 remakes were gonna happen?
Oh yeah, with like a 100% confidence.
And then you came back 6 months later and said, where is it?
What happened?
Where is it? What happened?
And I will say, even when I came back 6 months later, there was still some there was some holding out saying it's
I'm not. I got no hold on.
I'm gonna say, listen, Dusty, I don't want to put you on blast right now, but I want to say that
good.
there was a position by the Hidden Power podcast in 2025 that Black and White remakes were still coming out. In 2025.
Yeah, we were waiting for Pokemon Day. We were waiting for Pokemon Day. That was 3 months ago. That was in February. We didn't know what was gonna happen.
Didn't know, yeah, sure. Legend ZA was already announced. But we thought that on Pokemon Day they were gonna announce another game.
Dude, the Pokemon Company does weird things. The existence of Legend ZA is weird.
Yeah.
Right? BDSP was weird.
Sure.
Like I honestly, I've primed myself. Anytime they announce, like when they announce something, I'm like, I want to be wrong.
Okay.
You know, I want to be I want them to be like, I want to be like, let me make sense of this.
Right.
Because in no way did I ever predict this.
I think
that's fun for me.
Yeah. I'm excited to see if the Pokemon Company does or says anything about the switch to Scarlet and Violet patch.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Like, will there ever be communication from them that's like, look, or no, never?
Because that would be like acknowledgement that their game sucks.
I mean, you would have to acknowledge how it runs.
And they probably don't want to bring that up, so I don't think they would do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I think the little thing went out. It's circulated for those who matter, or for those who care. It's done.
They posted the link to the Nintendo tweet of the website. Yeah. What I'm saying is, will there be any communications from the Pokemon Company being like, we made a patch for Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2? Like, will they ever even say it, or will it just happen?
I think it's gonna happen. No, I think we're just gonna see Scarlet and Violet being played on Switch 2 in trailers and stuff.
It's insane.
Yeah.
What a weird situation.
What if there's a Scarlet and Violet Switch 2 edition?
And that's what, listen.
We would know.
Listen, they could do it. They could do it.
And yeah. Well, that's
why not?
No, the ZA is definitely coming out this year. Yeah, we got it. Yeah. It must.
I mean, oh no, it wouldn't come out this year. It would come out next year. No. But because the thing is that there will be more Switch 2 editions for already released Nintendo Switch games. Like, there will. We have not seen the last of this. And I think it would behoove people to just look at the top 20 Nintendo Switch games and just say, okay, which one of these can we get people to buy again or spend $20 more on? And if that update, I think since it's already getting a patch to increase performance on Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition would have to have new content specifically for Switch 2. Otherwise, that wouldn't really make a ton of sense. Whereas like Legends ZA, there is no like patch that makes it run well on Switch 2. You have to buy that. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to, So
yeah. I'm afraid I'm gonna turn into a, what is the term? Like a gearhead?
Yeah.
Like a performance snob.
Oh yeah. Performance snob. That's cool.
The Retroid Pocket.
Oh shit.
I might be compromised. I'm playing this new system. Oh, there it is. It's upstairs. It's out of reach for me. Oh, and he's got the game. Dude, mine's right. Oh, I want to go get mine right now. It looks so good. This is a game that came out in 2010, and I didn't have to do anything. I mean, I had to do a lot of random file swapping, but I got the game on my system, and it's looked better than it ever has before. And I've got a drawer full of DS, 3DS games, Pokemon games. I've got consoles, and they're collecting dust.
Wow.
Because I got no need to use them.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And I think about, man, I'm excited for next month, getting my new Switch 2, and to see these games actually perform on them.
Yeah.
If it looks anything like the Retroid Pocket, dude. I might get a PlayStation 5.
Whoa. I'm genuinely like, I can't wait for Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2. Genuinely. I think like, I cannot imagine in my brain a version of those games that do not run like butt. Like that to me, that is part of the identity of Scarlet and Violet, is that they run terribly. So, and not only is it a part of the identity,
so true.
I think it's like a core pillar of that game's identity.
Yeah. No, you're kind of joking, but you're not at all.
I'm not joking at all. I think like,
because that actually is, you said identity. Yeah. Not like what they, not what the developer set out to do, but that is true.
Yeah.
Their public identity is that they suck, dude.
And even like,
they look horrible, they play bad.
Even for me, who is a fan, it's like the three pillars of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are: 1, it performs poorly; 2, it is absolutely hideous; and 3, it has a lot of surprisingly good content.
Nice.
Those are the 3 pillars of Scarlet and Violet, and we're about to knock down one of the 3 major pillars. That's crazy. Now its biggest issue is just that it's hideous. Yeah. It's all pixelated. My wife sent me a picture the other day, and she was visiting her sister, and she goes, Hope is playing Scarlet, and I'm thinking, I have Scarlet. How is she playing Scarlet? And so my niece just got Scarlet version for the first time for her birthday, and she's got this dope team. Yeah. And I'm so excited to like battle her. Wow. She's never played the game. There's people who have never played Scarlet or Violet. Yeah. Or literally any game that came before that. Any Pokemon game that came before that. Wow. On the flip side, could there be a Pokemon Sword and Shield updated version for Switch 2? Because that's a Switch game, and it's one of the best selling. Yeah, I think Scarlet and Violet is so much better selling. I think that would be the one. I think they're pretty close. Oh, Scarlet and Violet just surpassed Sword and Shield. No way. Yeah. The number you can go on I'm looking. He's got the breakdown. I don't go on that website. I hate that. I hate that website, Dusty. No, not on the website, on his Twitter. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is as of December 31st, 2024. Let me see. I'll pull it up. I'll send it to you. Let's see. Man, this is a little harder to find than I would have thought. Well, yeah. Joe has he's got a Google Doc, and he just updates it every 3 months. Let's see. I'll send it to you. Hold on. All right. Be patient, chat. Here it is. Did we ever get a number for Walking Wake? I'll give you the number. The number is... I'm sorry. 2. Oh, wow. I'm going higher than that. I'm going 4. Yeah, no. I'm going 4. Okay, you got something for me?
So
here? Yeah, let's see.
Pokemon. Yeah, I'll let you read it. So this is a new. This is from like last week. These are updated numbers from like last week. And honestly, it's true, dude. Sword and Shield Switch 2 edition. That kind of slap, dude. And would they sell it? Would it only be like $70, or would it be like base game $60, DLC another $30, plus the upgrade for Switch 2? So the game would Pokemon Sword with the DLC Switch 2 edition cost $110, or they just knock it down to like $70?
I feel like it's too old. I think it's too old for a Switch 2 version. I think it's too out of the zeitgeist. Yeah, I think Scarlet and Violet. Nah, you can't do this shit. All these games are too old. You got to move on. You can't do it. It's too confusing.
Sword and Shield.
It's too confusing. It's too confusing because you got.
What about
Legend ZA out there? You're gonna have another Pokemon game. God knows when. I
was thinking like Legends Arceus Switch 2 version would be crazy.
See, yeah, and I think.
But you're right. It is confusing. It's
confusing. I think that's why you opt just to do the free patch, because you don't have to like.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to sell people something and make everything confusing. It's like, oh yeah, you can buy this. You can spend $20 and get the Switch 2 edition of Scarlet and Violet, or you can spend probably $80 on Pokemon Gen 10. It's like, oh, this is getting weird, So
I don't want to feel like a Cramorant.
Yeah,
confused.
Gen 10 $80, probably.
Do you think it's going that way?
Yeah.
Is $80 real? But isn't that just for Mario Kart?
It's just for Mario Kart right now, but I do think it's going that way.
So this is something people got mad at me when I said this, but like,
okay, tell me.
I don't buy that many games, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like I even said it was a privilege that I only play Pokemon games, but I actually think it's a curse, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a curse that I've put on myself. But I don't know. I don't buy that many games, so I don't mind paying $80 for one game that I'm gonna play the heck out of over the next 10 years. I could still have it for my kid to play in 10 years, like in 20 years.
Yeah.
Until the cart breaks, I'll have it. So I'm gonna get my, what I'm saying? $80 divided by 1,000 hours. How many hours of fun is that?
Yeah, sure. And
or how much? It's like
most
10 cents.
And like most people, aren't putting in quite that many hours, obviously.
Sure, but I'm not gonna put 1,000. Maybe like 500.
Yeah, I think like, the question is like, okay, so like, should video games be more expensive? The answer to me, in my eyes, from my perspective, is almost clearly yes. The problem is that it is almost impossible to justify stuff anything going up in price while most people are not making more money. So, because eventually you reach this tipping point where everything keeps going higher up in prices, and people just forever never make more money, and eventually people are dead. So
no, 100%.
Yeah. So it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
But like, is that the responsibility of the video game corporation? No, the responsibility for them is to make as much money as humanly possible. And I think that like, obviously I'm anti-capitalist, but if we are functioning within capitalism, I think a couple of things need to happen. People complaining about the price need to realize that what they're mad about is not the price of the video game. They're mad that they are stuck in a capitalist system that is abusing them. And they need to attack the source of the problem. The source of the problem is not Nintendo deciding that they should charge more for a video game than they did 10 years ago. That's insane. Yes. The price of making...
I already feel like people are like chilling out on it a little bit.
Oh, because once it's here, people are just gonna accept
I feel like it's already accepted. I think it's already... It's been 1 month, and I don't hear anyone talking about that anymore.
A $10 difference in a video game price at the end of the day is people are gonna people are going to say, Jake, you're wrong on the internet. But at the end of the day, that $10 increase, I don't think is going to make a substantial impact on anybody. I
think what actually is making people so mad is it's that like basic psychological trick that $70, that $80 is closer to 100. So you round up in your mind.
Yeah.
$60, pretty close to $50. No big deal.
Yeah.
Right. I really think that actually might be it. You know?
I mean, listen.
Because that $10 doesn't make a difference. It's $10.
Right. And like,
if you say $80, you're like, okay, I can't afford $100 on a game. That's, if I want 3 games, that's $300.
Sure. And like, am I kind of full of shit when I say that Pokemon Gen 10 is going to be $80? Yeah, probably. Will it be $70? I think so. I think definitely yes.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. There needs to be
it will be $100 actually. Gen 10 will be $100 with all the DLCs.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah.
But because here's a little math for you. Pokemon Legends ZA, a Nintendo Switch game, is getting a Switch 2 update, but it is not a Switch 2 game. It is getting a Switch 2 edition. How much does that game cost? That is a $70 game. Now you put out a game designed for the Switch 2, not just a little update. It costs the same amount as the Switch 2 edition of a Switch game. That's a little weird. Yeah. That's a little weird. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. That is weird. Interesting.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ways you can frame this, but you know, no matter how you frame it, it's like, yeah, the game's going to be more expensive. And I think the real thing that's going to happen, I think, is that for maybe somebody like you, or a lot of people, when you make the price of the big game that everybody wants more expensive, it's not that they're not going to buy it. They are. They're going to be less likely to buy other games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the issue.
100%.
Especially smaller games.
And you've seen how weird I am with not wanting to buy the DLC twice.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
You called that out, and I've been chewing on it for 3 months. I'm
yeah.
Like,
oh my God. I was talking
to
you.
Why won't I buy that?
Because you were playing like
this
me.
was 5 months ago.
Yeah, you were playing like me, your Violet game, because you played Scarlet.
You kept giving me these friendly nudges. You said, "Oh, we'll just go over to the Isle of Armor."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I dodged your question. 2 days later, you go, "Oh, well, have you gone here to the Crown Tundra?" I just kept dodging it, and then you called me out.
It was just, I was like, you know, during Scarlet and Violet, you can just go to Kitakami in the middle of the game. And
I still haven't bought it.
And you haven't bought it. And I was like, Dusty, Pokemon is like 70% of your life. And you won't give them the $20 so that you can go to Kitakami.
They don't deserve it. They're greedy.
It's crazy to me. I was like, damn, dude, that's
it really was greedy. Because if I was at the grocery store,
of course,
and I need olive oil, that's $20.
No, you go out to breakfast with your wife, that's $40.
100%. Yeah.
At least.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo got what was coming to them. Wait, hold on. I have to call out a chatter. Nintendo got
I have to buy it. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Nintendo got what it was coming to them when they revealed Mario Kart World was 80. They had to know the shock it would cause. But Strix Karibo, what they got what was coming to them is like meaningless. It's just a bunch of people whining. It's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Is it going to affect the sale? Is it going to affect the bottom line? They're like, this is going to be the most successful video game launch of all time. It's like, oh man, Game Freak really learned their lesson with Scarlet and Violet and how the performance on those games. It's like, what are you talking about? Well, drama on the internet lasts for a day. It's like Reddit protests. It affects nothing past a day. No, that's my point. Your point is the opposite. Let's be real. People who whine are small but loud in number. Meanwhile, they're buying the $10 digital deluxe of their $70 game. Mario Kart World $50 pack-in. Nobody cares about physical versus digital, sadly. Yeah, I mean, listen. I do think a lot of the physical versus digital conversation, the truth is that a lot of people actually don't care about physical versus digital, and I understand why. And I think a lot of people that do talk about it are kind of like grandstanding about like video game history or something. And I'm like, come on, that's not why. Like, that's not why you're concerned about this. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of bad faith discourse when it comes to that. I'm gonna miss true physical games, but there's nothing I can do about it. I think the true physical games will still be around. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't know. Almost every game I own is digital. Well, guys, like every game, the digital future is already here. If you are like, physical games exist right now, you and I have a different perspective, because every single game that comes out has a day one patch. Every single game is not the same game it is the day that it comes out. The digital future is already here. It's over. We lost.
Yeah, that's kind of I share this like boomer perspective on life, where it's like, you know, I mean, I literally have CDs in my car.
Yeah.
But the next car I get, which is going to be sooner than later, won't have a CD player. And it already doesn't matter, because that's a novelty. It's like vinyl records. It's like I get everything digitally. I don't own anything.
Yeah.
It's this but it's like a holdover. It's of this like culture of like collecting, sharing. There's like this like tangible. I remember bringing games over to my friends' houses.
Can I give you a hot take about this? I can't believe I'm doing this. I think that the collecting stuff is just dumb. I don't care. And it's hard for me to like have sympathy for it, because I think a lot of people, when they talk about the need for physical, they're talking about like video game history. And it's like, we need to preserve these things. We need to make sure that people can like learn from them in the future. And I think that that's people trying to attach a selfish desire to a righteous, like a righteous ideal. And I don't think that they're being honest. And
you're saying you're related, or you're connecting that to like collecting physical games?
I see a lot of people, especially in like the games media space, talk about why we need physical games. And it's like an altruistic thing. It's like, we need to, video game preservation is the word that they throw around. But like,
sure.
Not every piece of art in a medium is preserved. That's not how preservation of any artistic medium works. But I think people have attached themselves to an idea that they're not actually that invested in, and have decided to co-opt it because they are interested in collecting. But they're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's not that I just want things. It's that I'm altruistic and I'm trying to benefit people. And honestly, my perspective on the collecting is like, guys, we get a very limited amount of time on this earth.
Yeah.
You can't take it with you.
Yeah. One of the only non-musical plays I was in was You Can't Take It With You.
I love You Can't Take It With You.
Yeah.
I was in that too.
Much of it. No way.
Yeah, I was in that. I was in that in high school. I think my name was Tony Kirby.
I remember these characters.
Yeah, and I remember there was,
I don't know who I was. I gotta look it up. I'll send you some pictures later. They're definitely on Facebook.
Yeah, I've got them on Facebook too. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I forget what I was. I'm gonna look it up.
Can't be pulling up my.
No, don't pull it up right now. Don't pull it up right now.
No. I'll send you later. I'll send it to you later.
I don't even know. Yeah, I gotta look at this. Anyways, yeah. Listen, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I definitely feel I don't care about physical media. I do care about like access to games.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
and the truth is, what I'm realizing is it's all digital. The future's digital. You can make an infinite amount of copies. You know, anyone can play it.
And if we want,
we're talking about old games,
and if you want to talk about like preservation and like the recording of history, then I think you also need to like invest in and bolster a strong institutional video game press that is doing like real, not consumable journalism and reporting that stands the test of time and can serve as a reference point. I was talking to somebody that publishes books, and they were talking about how when you're referencing video game stuff, a lot of the citations in a book, you find that years down the line, that video game website doesn't exist anymore. And that citation doesn't even work, because that's how like fleeting these institutions are. So I don't know. I just think like, again, I talk about this a lot where I think if you care about something, if you pretend that you care about something, you engage with it detached from, okay, this is a great example.
It's at a surface level.
This is a great,
you don't really care about it.
When we were talking about the basilisk with the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Do you really care about the basilisk, or do you care about it in terms of I can use it to heighten something happening in Pokemon? I think what you care about is Pokemon. Right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the times, this happens a lot of my Xenoblade streams too, when people bring up some lofty concept and I'm like, you don't care about this. You're not interested in this. You looked it up so that you could bring it up on Reddit in a Xenoblade conversation. And that's fine. And that's fine. But I think if you're going to pretend that you're actually into something detached from whatever that piece of media is on its own, could you read a book about it? And if the answer is no, maybe you're not interested in that thing.
Damn.
And like,
could you read a book about a basilisk?
No, the answer is no, because you don't care.
I read the second Harry Potter. That's a different type of basilisk, but it's pretty scary.
Yep.
That's a good point.
Haribo in the chat says the thing is,
I'm thinking about
you don't own digital games. You own a license to play a digital game. With a physical game, you do own the game. I think it makes people think differently for whatever reason. True preservation is making sure that the game can be played a long time from now, even if it's not on OG hardware. So Strix Karibo, my recommendation to you would be to look up film, TV, and book preservation. Look it up, and then come back and tell me that it's about making sure that you can play a game, or experience that you can experience a piece of media years later. That's my recommendation. I'm not gonna give you the answer. I'm not gonna tell anything else. I'm gonna say, look up media preservation outside of this conversation about video games. Okay.
I'm looking it up now. Preservation. I'm gonna look that up later. All right, here we go. But I'm thinking about like, is it illegal? Like when I'm streaming music, I don't own the music. Right. And it would be illegal to download it without paying or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like all the music that I have from iTunes that I don't technically or legally own, even though I bought it, I spent money on iTunes 15 years ago. They technically could rip it away from me, but they haven't, because my computer's offline and I have it. Dude, I guess what I'm thinking about is like, it's like I have access to it. So it's like, do I not own it legally, but I still own it? I still have it.
Maybe I'm just a pessimist. I just feel like this, maybe I'm cynical. I just feel like this has existed all throughout time. And I think people are just being precious because we have an extremely hyper-capitalist society that is into owning stuff. And I think people are maybe not recognizing how obsessed they are with owning stuff. And sorry guys, when you buy a movie
I don't think
ticket,
you're wrong.
Hey, when you buy a movie ticket, do you own the movie? No.
Wow.
When you buy, you bought the video game.
Listen, do you own this stream right now?
No,
are you owning this stream, or are you just experiencing something with a community?
And that's fine, and people are allowed to like owning stuff, but I think sometimes this conversation, it like tries to convince you that it's like this radical, altruistic, I'm interested in the betterment of people, and people should have their blah, 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 and all I hear is like, I want to buy stuff. Buy. I am defined by what I buy, and I'm like, all right, okay, I don't know.
No,
go on a walk.
I see that.
Go on a, I don't own the walk, and yet the value is there. I don't know.
No, this is good.
I don't know.
I was even thinking about this earlier.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I got to do this. Enter Kaiser in the chat. The example does not add up. The ticket allows you to watch a movie once. It is not something that allows you to permanently watch it. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's talk. You know what you need?
Still looking up these
You know what you need to watch a movie? Electricity.
Damn.
What if you don't have electricity?
Then you can't watch it.
Oh, but you still
need the device.
But you still own it. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, it turns out you don't own the movie. You own a piece of technology that allows you to watch the movie in the same way that you own a movie ticket that allows you to watch the movie. It is the same thing. You need something else. And so I'm so sorry to tell you this. Your reality is crashing down on you. But if your country goes to war and all of a sudden the power lines are going down and you don't have electricity, it's over.
Yeah, this is something I think about. I mean, actually, yeah, you want to make it? Yeah, I've got the original Pokemon Blue version, but my Game Boy doesn't work. Yeah, what if you don't have batteries? Then you. Oh wow, dude.
What if they stop?
Jake's cooking.
What if they stop? What if they stop selling the Game Boy? Oh wait, they have stopped selling the Game Boy. What if all the Game Boys go out of like? Listen, guys, and then now we're getting in there and it's like a book. Yeah, congratulations. You've faulted my yes. You have exposed me as a liar. What do we do? What are we doing? Now what's happening is that the debate perversion is coming out. There's somebody in the chat going, I am a debate pervert. And I know I can beat Jake in the marketplace of ideas right now. But the truth is that in our culture, they tell you, our culture is set up in a way that is like you own. But the truth is you don't own 90% of the shit you think you own. And it can be taken away from you like that. Getting older
has made me realize I don't even own like the things that I take for granted because everything expires at some point. I've been thinking more and more in life. This is kind of dark.
Yeah.
But just like the people I love.
Yeah.
They won't be there forever.
Shit, dude. Fuck.
You don't own anything. And I used to collect a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just don't do it anymore because I'm like, I don't know. Like my Pokemon collection, not the games, the Pokemon used to be so precious to me. And I used to actually think, where will these go when I die?
Right.
How stupid is that? My shiny Pokemon that mean nothing to anyone but myself? Ridiculous.
I think part of this too is that the reason I find myself getting heated about stuff like this is that there are a lot of political and social causes that fire me up that I think are important. And when I find people being like, all right, the topic on the table, video game preservation, and I must speak. I must let my voice must be heard. I'm like this is what gets you out of your chair. Like holy shit, dude. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
I'm going down through a trip through memory lane because like I'm looking at all these pictures of me when I was a theater boy, and this is triggering me even.
No way.
It's not good.
In what way?
I'm just a different person.
Wow, that's good. You've gone through the transformation machine. Were you here at the very beginning of my stream today when I was reading that piece that my friend wrote?
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. That's what you're reminding me of.
Dude, Facebook's like weird. I'm like, I didn't even know these pictures existed still. I thought they just deleted eventually.
Oh no, Facebook's insane. Who knows how all that stuff is being held? How many servers or whatever it is do they own?
I'm gonna send you the stupidest fucking picture. You can show this if you want.
Okay.
It's me. I have living in New Hampshire. I have a Chicago, a hipster blue colored Chicago Bulls cap.
Whoa.
And I'm wearing a snapback while fishing.
Wow.
This is a different man.
Okay.
This is a different man. Oh my God. I might just look through these old photos for the rest of the night, truthfully.
No, don't do that. That's a mistake.
No, I can't. I can't do it. It's crazy.
I think we gotta shut down this stream.
Oh, we're still live? What's up, guys?
We're still live. I forgot. I thought we were just talking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
For sure. No, Jake, you said a lot of things today. Like always, thought-provoking. They make me think. They make me wonder. Oh yeah, because this is what I was thinking earlier. Earlier today, I was like, what am I even doing? I'm like, what? I'm just like, I'm working, I'm doing projects, I'm cooking, I'm doing the daily jobs, yada, 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 yada. I'm like, what is bringing me joy?
Whoa.
and it has been fun to play Black 2.
Yeah.
It's been fun to play, you know, my video games. That's been fun. But then I was like, what else? I'm like, what am I proud of? Like, I mean, obviously all the work I'm putting into the house has been a lot of fun. All the time spent with my wife outside in the garden's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I was just thinking about it. Like something that did bring me joy, which is an object that I did purchase, are these pair of gardening clogs that have like cork underneath them. They're so comfortable and they're functional, and I feel kind of cool in them. I feel kind of cool.
I think that, you know, we're only here for a certain amount of time. Extract the value that you can from everything that you are privileged enough to interact with.
Yeah.
And that's the best we can do.